Here, I'm going to speak about how to live a life of miracles by adopting what I call an intentionless life. So let's unpack this a bit. In society, what are we taught? You got to have goals. You got to have goals. You got to manifest this thing. You got to achieve this thing. You got to have SMART goals, simple, measurable, realistic, time, all the things. I always say, I've made videos about this, if mass media is teaching us to go left, you might want to go right. Because mass media programming, I think many of you might realize, is designed to keep us in the control mechanism of loops to feed the overall system. And the system goes much bigger. Little side rail, but I worked with someone that's a multi-multi-billionaire that works for the government's contracts. He says there's 7 layers above the governments of the world that's actually dictating. So when we think the governments of the world needs to do this, know that that's 7 layers down from the actual control mechanisms that are controlling the world. Very interesting. So how do you live a life of miracles? Well, you see, whenever you have an intention, you can get that intention, but you're also casting a spell for the opposite of that intention, right? I've spoken a lot about, like, if you want to protect your kids, let's say, you must put them in danger to protect them. If you want to solve problems, you must create problems to solve. If you want abundance, you must be in scarcity right now to be abundant in the future. And this is just the Hermetic law of polarity and the law of rhythm combined. And so you're trapped forever on that pendulum. And this is very, for those of you that may have not read Reality Trance Surfing, the author goes deep into the law of polarity and sort of explains it through his work, which is great. And so any intention traps you on a duality. It's like a pendulum, like a swing in a playground. So how do you play in this playground without being trapped on a specific swing? You essentially play without intention. You ride the swing without wanting one side of it, and you're going to get the other side. So in my Hermetic course, I talk about the example of you're on a swing and you want to be strong. You swing forward. You were told being weak is bad, so you stop yourself midpoint and you push forward again to be strong. You push forward to be strong. But the law of rhythm states that you're going to experience weakness for sure, because that's how reality works. So, but if you get on the strong and weak swing without any intention, you're just like, just experiencing. Therefore, you're no longer trapped. You can get off any time. But the moment you're like, I need to be strong, I want to be strong, you're trapped on that swing. And when you're not trapped on any swing, it means you have now the freedom to ride any swing that you want. And so this is the intentionless living. When you actually let go of all goals, you actually, what I find is that you live more of life with more miracles and you contribute more to humanity, and you feel even more amazing when you don't have goals. Because moment to moment, you are basically receiving in that moment a thing to do without having you planning and thinking about it. Again, this goes against mass society programming. And I'm not saying that this is the right way, because as you know, I don't believe in good, bad, right, wrong, positive, negative. This is just the opposite of how you've already lived probably for decades. And I'm suggesting to live on this other side of reality for you to experience the totality of reality, which is why I believe we are here.